Welcome, everyone. I quote from To Be of Use by poet Marge Piercy. She writes, "I love people who harness themselves, an ox to a heavy cart, who pull like water buffalo with massive patience, who strain in the mud and the muck to move things forward, who do what has to be done again and again. The work of the world is common as mud, botched, it smears the hands, crumbles to dust. But the thing worth doing well done has a shape that satisfies, clean and evident. Greek amphoras for wine or oil, Hopi vases that held corn are put in museums, but you know they were made to be used. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and a person for work that is real." Please pray with me. Creator, we come to you on many paths, seeking to make meaning of the world and our journey through it. Today's honors and awards humbly illustrate the real work that brings us and binds us to the mission and purpose of this place. The work of teaching and learning, of cultivating scholars, artists, and knowledge creators, and nurturing discernment of character and values that inform the questions we must ask and answer for ourselves and for our futures. At Juniata, you shape and sharpen our skills, knowledge, and talents into thick, deep roots. You also reveal to us the needs of the world and the communities in which our lives will unfold. The real work, passion, and purpose cultivated on campus that beckons us to next steps or fearless leaps. Launched into the unknown and the unexplored, you reveal to us that Juniata has also given us wings. We are powerful, our reach is boundless, and we will soar. Roots and wings and work that is real, lives of meaning and purpose. We thank you for these blessings. Amen.
Good afternoon. Hello. Y'all good? This time last year, where were we? Looking at a screen, doing this. This is much better. It is awesome to look out and see your faces. It truly is. And what a spectacular day we have to honor all of you for all of your many accomplishments. I want to welcome you. I want to welcome those of you who are watching online to this annual Spring Awards Convocation. It has been, I don't need to tell you, the most unusual academic year, for sure. And whether you are here in the auditorium or whether you are at home watching on the screen, whether you are a parent currently on the quad, watching on your phone, it's a blessing that we are able to gather on this spectacular afternoon to celebrate all of your many achievements. And thinking about what I wanted to share with all of you today and what you have endured for the past 15 months or so. And I use this author a lot. People behind me know this, but one of my favorite authors, his name is Parker Palmer, philosopher, educator, teacher, professor. He has a book called Let Your Life Speak. It's one of my favorites. I've got about 4 copies of it in my office. And I love the metaphor he uses late in that text about the 4 seasons: summer, autumn, winter, and spring. And he uses these for a better understanding of the nuances of the life transitions we experience and how we might often find more light in our lives than darkness. In the midst of COVID-19, we of course have had to do that often. With the splendor of spring, he tells us, it is only through the muddy and woeful mess of winter, a cold winter, that the conditions of a spring rebirth can be created. Palmer says, and I quote, "Spring teaches me to look more carefully for the green stems of possibility, for the intuitive hunch that may turn into a larger insight, for the glance or touch that may thaw a frozen relationship, for the stranger's act of kindness that makes the world seem hospitable again." Students, we have been given this gift of spring. Let us all use it as an opportunity for renewal, reflection, for some inspiration as we together conclude an extremely difficult but memorable year here at Juniata College. To kick things off today, today's speaker, winner of the 2020 Beachley Award for Distinguished Teaching. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Russell Shelley, the Elma Stein Heckler Professor of Music and Director of Choral and Vocal Activities, who will speak on the topic, and I'm curious, Russ, and I quote, "Juniata, where your best is never good enough." Dr. Shelley.
President Troha, Provost Bowen, Dean Damschroeder, colleagues, students, staff. There is a word that frequently inserts itself into our conversation. The term first grabbed my attention many years ago when I was a teaching assistant in grad school. A student in a summer class asked to see me during my office hours. When the student arrived for our appointment, the student asked, "Could you tell me why I failed the last quiz?" I asked to see the quiz, and after looking at it, I replied, "I believe you failed the quiz because all of the answers are wrong." The student, tender and sincere in approach, asked, "What do my answers have to do with my grade? I did my best on the quiz. Shouldn't I be graded on my best effort rather than my results?" Best. The term showed up again in Dr. Maurice Taylor's 2018 Juniata Commencement Address. Dr. Taylor is a 1972 Juniata grad and recently retired from Morgan State, where he served as Vice President for Academic Outreach and Engagement. In his speech, Dr. Taylor defined the Juniata experience with the statement, "We are to be committed to chasing our best selves." This idea was echoed by Sabrina Ionescu at Kobe's memorial service when she declared, "I want to be just like you, the first one to show up and the last one to leave, to love the grind, to be your best when you don't feel your best, and to make other people around me the best version of themselves." Best. The course Music Fundamentals used to include an assignment where students composed an advertising jingle. The class would prepare by examining a few of the more memorable Madison Avenue earworms, like "Nationwide is on your side," "We are farmers," "Bum da dum 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 dum," and of course, "I'm loving it." More local folks who are here, who can forget that Gene Stocker is a great, great guy. On the day jingles were due, I'd collect them and sing through them for the class. As you can imagine, Jingle's subject matter covered the gamut. Standing Stone Coffee, where the crew meets the brew. There was one with a dig against a rival conference opponent. I think it went something like, "Kiss my fanny, you Susquehanny." And a student favorite, East Houses, where the party meets the hearty. The one I remember most, however, is one the students most connected to. "Juniata, where your best is never good enough." This student's sense that no matter how hard they tried, it was never good enough resonated with most of the students in the class. Best. Most recently, President Biden, in his inaugural address, quoted Gene Shearer's American anthem with its repeated phrase, "America, America, I gave my best to you." Best. You are here today because your faculty chose you as the best candidate for your award. Best. Best is everywhere. So what does it mean to be best? As in many other situations, context determines meaning. The first context is what I'll call competitive best. Frequently paraphrased as "we're number one," we are most familiar with this definition in the context of sports. In the most recent March Madness, Stanford beat Arizona 54-53. Stanford is the best by 1 point. In the other championship game, Baylor beat Gonzaga, even though Gonzaga had the best one-loss record, 31-1, over Baylor's 28-2. In the competition that counted, Baylor is the best. Competitive best focuses on a particular time and place. Competitive best focuses on a particular time and place. This year, Stanford is best. Next year, early odds-on favorite is UConn. Go Huskies. The second context is comprehensive best. This is also known as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. LeBron or Jordan? Brady or Montana? Serena or, well, Serena. Unlike competitive best that focuses on a particular time and place, comprehensive best focuses on the long term. After all time is all time. For the third context, imagine the scenario where I'm rushing out to an exam and my roommate says, "Hey, don't you have that big exam today?" I reply with, "Yeah, and I didn't have time to study, so it'll be ugly." My roommate, in an apologetic tone, sends me off with, "Well, do your best. It's the least you can do." We'll call this compromised best. My roommate's encouragement acknowledges the compromised position I'm in from not adequately studying. As I reflect on the 3 weeks leading up to the exam, I have to be honest with myself and identify how I could have better negotiated my time, priorities, and health to reduce the amount of compromise in this particular best. Compromise best is just that, compromised. Sometimes unavoidable, most of the time avoidable. Competitive, comprehensive, compromised. Finally, there's what I'll call compassionate best. This is the best Dr. Taylor referenced when summarizing Juniata's soul. It's the best Sabrina Ionescu seeks to cultivate in others. It's the best we all benefit from. It's the best self, individual and collective. To be fair, our ears and hearts have recently become acutely aware of our best self need. It's not that the need is new, it's that our awareness is new. This best self, this soul of Juniata, to borrow a phrase, cries out at dawn and stays until dusk. If my best, your best, our best is going to be good enough, it must function well in all of these contexts. This best self is competitive in the sense that we strive against stereotypes, assumptions, blind spots, apathy, and an excuse-laden loss for what can be done. This best self is comprehensive in the sense that we understand this is a long journey, requiring a day-to-day grind of small steps with attention to detail without losing the larger picture. This best self is compromised in the sense that we are lazy and choose the path of least resistance far too often. We fail to learn the discipline of doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether we want to or not. This best self is compassionate in the sense of knowing that when you encourage my best self and I encourage your best self, our best self gets better. One final thought. Dr. Taylor said we are chasing our best selves. Our best self is elusive. It challenges us to chase. It plays tag with us from an unfair advantage. It hides behind self-preservation and self-interest. It gets dissolved in the we when the real problem is me. Here at the 2021 Awards Convocation, you are the best. As last year's recipient of Juniata's Teaching Award, I'm the best. Just for today. But my best is never good enough. My best self is still evolving, growing, failing, chasing. May our best be better today than yesterday and not as good as tomorrow, because our best is never good enough. I hope this speech helps us. After all, I did my best.
Good afternoon. President Troja, platform party, faculty members, guests, and students who are watching via the live stream, and certainly students who are here in Rosenberger Auditorium. It is my true pleasure to be able to announce the awards and scholarships given to you for your academic excellence and your contributions to the Juniata community. It is always a joy to gather at this time of the year to celebrate what you've accomplished. But as the President indicated, I think this year there's a special joy or sentiment to be able to gather in this space and to honor what you've been able to do and contribute to the Juniata community this particular year. And so I hope that as you hear your name called and you have the opportunity to walk across the stage, that you can reflect with pride on what you've accomplished, humility in appreciating the support you've received from your peers and this faculty, and mostly a deep sense of satisfaction in all that you've contributed to Juniata. Each award will be announced by name with a brief description of that award. I'm pleased that most of the recipients of these awards are with us today, so I'm going to ask each one of you who's identified to come to the stage by the stairs to your left and receive the award from President Troja, and then please return to your seats by the stairs to your right. And so here we go. The accounting plaque for outstanding work in accounting and overall leadership is awarded this year to Emma Kerstetter. The American Association of University Women, the Huntington branch, gives an award every year to a deserving woman student from the Huntington area who plans to attend graduate school. Congratulations to Audrey Marker. The Carol C. Arnold Award in Communication honors creative and positive contributions to the field of communication, and this year we have two recipients, Javier Rosario Heredia and Sierra Waite. The Art History Award for Outstanding Performance in and enthusiasm for the study of art history is awarded to Lillian Durbin. And we want to recognize The recipients this year, the winners this year of the John M. and Thomas F. Bailey Oratorical Contest. So the awards for winning the Bailey Oratorical Contest this year: in third place, Elizabeth Bailey; in second place, Brandy Ray; and this year's winner in first place, Jules Slater. The Baker Peace Studies Prize is given to the student who has participated significantly in the Peace Studies program, who has carried high grades in courses which comprise peace and conflict studies, and who has an overall high grade point average. Please congratulate Caitlin Granger. The Rebecca C. Barrick Language Prize for Women Language Students with a Distinguished Record. This year's winner is Abigail Mader. The Alice G. Blaisdell Prizes are given in mathematics and computer science for distinguished undergraduate records. For information technology and computer science this year, we recognize Jacob Gibson, and in mathematics, we recognize Kaylin Kephart. The Dr. Andrew B. and Maria F. Broombaugh Science Prizes for distinguished undergraduate records in biology, chemistry, and physics go to 15 students this year. I'm going to ask that you hold your applause until I've announced all of them. Devin Almond, Bailey Cribbs, Abigail Eckerd, Alessandra Fama, Alex Ferlenza, Huang Ha, Casey Kaufman, Taylor Noble, Abigail Lensman, Mary Oster, Margaret Peck, Jordan Pellegrino, Ryan Rimple, Nathan Smyers, and Sarah Stansberry. The David R. Drew Psychology Fund awards to a senior and a junior each year who demonstrate academic excellence, interest, and competence in research, as well as involvement in the larger community. We have 2 recipients this year. Our senior award winner is Cha Bui, and our junior award winner is Priscilla Diamond. The Class of 1989 Endowed Award is given to a junior exemplifying outstanding involvement in co-curricular activities while maintaining at least a 3.0 grade point average. Please join me in congratulating Rohan Bandekar. The Juniata College Museum Studies Award is given to students who have demonstrated pronounced ability, professional potential, and commitment to the museum world. We have 2 recipients this year, Caitlin Granger and Lena Hathaway. The Raymond R. Day Social Work Award is given to seniors in the helping professions with outstanding academic records. Rashad Bolden and Catherine Jarvis are this year's recipients. The Geology Fund provides an annual prize to outstanding students upon the completion of historical geology. Brendan O'Brien and Connor Hoke are this year's recipients. The Audre Lorde Award honors students who actively foster awareness and appreciation of diversity on campus and this community. Congratulations to Unica Dakwa and Caden Zellers. Three students this year will receive the Vila Gardner-Metzger Art Award for producing outstanding artworks: Jacqueline Eberly, Haley Purvis, and Grace Woolway. The Justina Marsteller Langdon Prize is given to the senior woman who exemplifies helpfulness to others and devotion to the college. Congratulations to Grace Singer. The Herbert A. Miller Award is presented to a senior in business administration or economics who demonstrates characteristics and qualities necessary to be an outstanding citizen. This year's award goes to Wyatt Bromley. The Noteworthy Physics Award is given to a student whose program of emphasis is in physics. The recipient must also be a member of the concert choir or involved in any area of the music department. Congratulations to Gabriel McDowell. The Rufus Reber Physics Prize is given to a junior or senior physics POE with an excellent academic performance and campus citizenship. Emma Moreland is this year's recipient. The Charles M. Rice Accounting Prize for outstanding work in accounting is given to Tabitha Dettelbach. The Donald Rockwell Chemistry Prize is awarded to students who have excelled in and contributed to the chemistry program as well as general campus life. We have 8 recipients this year: Devin Almond, Elke Arneson, Emily Dowler, Taylor Noble, Mary Oster, Jordan Pellegrino, Peyton Wine, and Adriana Weissong. This year, 4 students will receive the William A. Schleister Award for Academic Achievement, Character, Dedication to Juniata, and Promise of Future Success. They are Nate Dakanal, Jack Drummond, Noah Craig, and Theodore Weinberger. The Dr. E.J. Stackpole Prize goes to the Juniata student who makes the most important contribution to the history of the Juniata Valley. We have 3 recipients this year: Pamela Cray, Molly Harris, and Livia Toth. The Samuel J. Steinberger Jr. Memorial Award is given to the first-year student who has exceptional ability in mathematics and is also a participant in the Juniata College Orchestra. Congratulations to Isabel Dinan. The John R. and Emma G. Wald Humanities Prize is given to students in the humanities with distinguished work, especially in their program of emphasis. Congratulations to Sierra Waits and Caden Zellers. We award the Dale L. Wampler Award in Information Technology and Computer Science to honor outstanding seniors who bring creative and positive contributions to information technology and/or computer science. This year's recipients are Colin Starr and Meadow Walshaw Wirtz. The Max Bliss, Angus Carnes, and Arnold Schwimmline Scholarship for Study Abroad to a student who plans a full academic year of study in France, Germany, Russia, or Spain this year is given to Caleb Michael Detterlein. And the Charles L. Koch Brethren Scholarship for participation in religious activities and achievement of academic excellence is awarded to Wesley Newman. The Jane P. Carpenter Endowed Scholarship for International Study in France is awarded to a student who shows exceptional promise in the study of French. Congratulations to Ikra Rana. The Dr. Kenneth W. Crosby Endowed Scholarship in History is awarded to students who have done excellent academic work in the field of history. This year's recipients are Samuel Bellin, Madison Eicher, Eleanor Puglisi, and Elizabeth Sabatino. The Esther M. Doyle Theater Scholarship for significant contribution to theater at Juniata College, either in performance or as a member of the crew, is awarded to Olivia Simmons. Five students will receive the Charles C. Ellis Endowed Memorial Scholarship for unusual scholarly competence and citizenship. They are Brendan Nauman, Jacob Sensenig, Taylor Sherry, Emily Williams, and Julia Young. Eight students will receive the Leonard L. Foss Jr. Class of 47 Scholarship, which is given to students who have excellent academic records and a program of emphasis from the Department of Accounting, Business, and Economics. This year we recognize Sophia Amoroso, Nikunj Dalmia, Grace Long, Jerky Miasolo, Samuel Reed, Kyle Ruggery, Robert Singer, and Shannon Snyder. The Gibble Summer Service Scholarships are given to students who have given of their time to improve the lives of young people. Two recipients this year, Arya Dixit and Holly Wilson. I was told to slow down. So. The Martin H. Hine Endowed Memorial Scholarship for meritorious achievement and character is given to a business student every year. This year we honor Galen Miller Persico. The Ruth Ellis Hodendot Endowed Scholarship is awarded to students majoring in early childhood education. We have two award winners this year, Brittany Chadwick and Michelle Hunter. The Huntington Music Club Endowed Scholarship is given to that student with unusual talent in music and participation in on-campus musical activities. We congratulate Jack Badger. The Margaret McCrimmon Endowed Memorial Scholarship is given to a worthy student who demonstrates an interest in learning. This year we honor Sydney Shearer. And the NICE Endowed Scholarship for Study in Latin America is awarded to students who are eligible for study abroad through a Juniata Study Abroad program. We recognize and honor two students this year, Maggie Taylor and Kimberly Stevenson. The Clarence R. Pence Endowed Pre-Medical Scholarship for Evidence of a Humanitarian Attitude, Scholarly Excellence, and Character is awarded to Casey Kaufman. The J. Aldous and Mildred Hale Reinhardt Endowed Merit Scholarship in Business Administration for Academic Achievement, Leadership Quality, and Good Character is given to Aaron Goldberg, Ryan Hughes, Koa Nguyen, and Jason Novosel. The Reinhardt Darkush Endowed Scholarship for International Study and Education is awarded at the end of the sophomore year to an elementary education student who plans to study abroad during the junior year. This year we have two recipients, Kyle Lauder and Heather Mitchell. The Donald M. Rockwell Endowed Chemistry Scholarship is given to students who have high academic achievement and excellent potential for further study. There are 8 recipients this year: Michael Dellish, Margaret Hunter, Casey Kaufman, Dalton Keller, Daniel Pivarato, Brandy Ray, Jacob Sensenig, and Nathan Smyers. The Dr. Norman E. Seams Endowed Scholarship is awarded annually to a physics or engineering physics POE. This year's recipient is Thomas Cope. The Philbrook Smith and Edgar Hart Scholarship is awarded to a student traveling abroad who has a POE in history. This year's recipient is Jesse Chorba. The John N. Stauffer Endowed Humanities Scholarship is awarded for outstanding ability and personal character. 3 recipients this year: Elisa Reed, Amelia Rodriguez, and Jordan Wilson. The Luella Robertson Truehalf Drama Scholarship is given to a student who has shown outstanding ability in drama and/or public speaking. Congratulations to Claire Alfrey. And the Wolf Kuhn Foundation Business Scholarship is awarded to a business and economics student who has an interest in the ethical conduct of business. Congratulations to Shannon Snyder. The Dr. Homer C. and Ethel F. Will Endowed Scholarship is given to biology students who have shown high academic achievement and excellent potential for further study. There are several. Samantha Baker, Anique Cashone, Isabel Croto, Henry Doherty, Alex Verlenza, Quinn Jirasek, Benjamin Hossman, Jeffrey Ivick, Jillian Letson, Abigail Molnar, Sierra Nowalinsky, Callie Pupo, Daniel Shupp, Sarah Stansberry, and Seth Strasser. The Paul R. Yoder Endowed Memorial Scholarship is given to students who have POEs in physics, who have performed excellent academic work, and who intend to pursue advanced degrees. We have 2 recipients this year, Thomas Cope and Xander Petrosky. Let's take this moment to congratulate yourselves and to one another for your accomplishments.
Dr. Bone was getting on a roll there. We couldn't keep up. How many seniors out there? She do okay with names? Test. Yes, good? Sounds like you got a week. Congratulations, everybody. That's terrific. So normally, how many have been to this ceremony before? Anybody? Right? Several of you. What normally happens next? Do you remember? We have the faculty, right over on this side. I've only done this 8 times, but we have the faculty over here, students and guests everywhere else. This part of the program, we do what? Who've been here before? Remember? We give out some major faculty awards. And normally we surprise you. Normally we surprise the faculty. This year, we surprised those winners last night at our faculty meeting because we needed to spread all of you out, so the faculty couldn't be here, so we awarded the 3 faculty awards last evening for a Distinguished Teaching Award, a Distinguished Service Award, and what's known as the Gibble Award for Teaching Excellence, which goes to somebody with teaching experience 6 years or less. One of our rising star type of awards. So normally I would sort of read a little bit of a bio, not give their name, start to get a little bit more specific, and the person begins to turn red, and faculty colleagues start looking and pointing. And ultimately, congratulations, they come up normally in some amount of emotion, right? So we don't have that today, but I wanted to at least share, because some of your faculty members, your mentors are out there watching on live stream. I do want to make sure you walk away today knowing who we honored last night. So the first award we gave was the Henry H. Class of 1957 and Joan Gibble Award for Teaching Excellence. And that award went to one Katie Johannesson. Anybody have a class from Katie Johannesson? So Katie joined the faculty in 2015. And here are some little nuggets I shared last night. I pared it down for today's, but Katie does a tremendous job of connecting teaching and scholarship. And she's currently working with virtual reality to help students develop spatial reasoning skills. She served on the Gen Ed committee for her 2nd and 3rd years at Juniata. She also chaired the General Education Committee the past 2 years. Students routinely praise Katie's accessibility and her genuine desire for them to succeed, as well as her expertise and passion for the subject matter that she teaches. And she models the hallmark values of Juniata and the liberal arts. She partners with students has a demonstrable commitment to individualized and personalized education, understands that knowledge is inherently interdisciplinary, and as a faculty colleague wrote, and I quote, "Katie's relationship with her research students are truly collaborative and reciprocal, with benefits to teaching, learning, and professional development," unquote. Katie Johannesson, please join me in congratulating her as a recipient of the Henry H. and Joan R. Gibble Award for Teaching Excellence. Katie, if you're watching out there, congratulations once again. The next award was what's called the Beachley Award for Distinguished Service. So this is somebody, a faculty member, who not only teaches and is engaged in scholarship, but is engaged in the college in numerous ways and activities and programs and services. And often it goes to, as I have found, somebody that works tirelessly behind the scenes. Maybe not that person that you see all the time, but we couldn't do what we do without them. This year's award went to one Deb Roney, who joined the faculty. Yes, applause. Deb Roney joined the faculty in 1998. She has mentored countless students in their Fulbright applications, commenting on drafts, giving them interview practice. She has a knack for providing critical, very constructive feedback in a very generous way. Those editorial skills, along with the interpersonal skills, are why she's a valued member on the editorial board of the Juniata Voices. She has led the AAUW for decades, offering programs and leadership development for Juniata women, encouraging them to pursue scholarships. She developed and has directed Language in Motion, which is one of our signature community-engaged learning programs. Language in Motion is now a consortium of 17 different schools. She presents at conferences and publishes with Juniata colleagues about language in motion and international education routinely. Deb has strengthened Juniata in numerous ways, not only in service but in her scholarship. She has a deep commitment to international education, community-engaged learning, and her keen intellect and ability to discern how to help students be their best and pursue their goals. Please join me in once again congratulating Deb Roney as this year's recipient of the Beachley Award for Distinguished Service. And the final award was the Beachley Award for Distinguished Teaching. Shinli Wong joined the Juniata faculty in 1998 and is this year's winner and recipient of the Beachley Award for Distinguished Teaching. Students, many of you wrote in and talked about Shinli and lauded his enthusiasm, his desire to know them as individuals. He has supported and mentored many of the international students, giving them a sense of community at Juniata. And there were some great student quotes, and here is one. He does more than teach. He inspires students to pursue their interests and abilities and equips them with tools to lead meaningful personal and professional lives. And another quote, and I love this one. Shinli's course taught me to understand that which I cannot or will not see, and to deal with it in a way that promotes understanding and enriches my view of the world. And my experience with Shinli has not been one of indoctrination. Shinli has changed the way I think without directing me to think in any particular way. He has not transformed me, he taught me how to transform myself. End quote. Shinli has quietly and steadfastly given students all that we value in the liberal arts experience, challenging them to think for themselves, to explore ideas, to defend arguments with evidence, and to see themselves as having the ability to influence the world in which they live. Please join me in congratulating Shinli Wong for this year's Beachley Award for Distinguished Teaching. Okay, let me get out of the way so we can invite up Grace Lewis to help us and sing us out on the alma mater right on time. Grace.
Juniata College still